Hi guys, this is Den with D2 Destinations. Today, I want to talk about the top 10 things you need to know about the Honda Goldwing. If you're in the market to buy one, or if you've recently purchased one, there are several things that you really should know about that motorcycle. Number one of the top 10 things you need to know. There was a recall on the 2002-2003 GL1800s. It had to do with the frame welding, which was not done properly at the factory. That was a big issue, so Honda came out with the recall, and it's free to get that fixed. You can check that by taking your VIN number to a local Honda dealer, and they can research whether or not that recall was done on your motorcycle. Very important to make sure that that was done. There was also another recall on all of the 2001 through 2010 and 2012 through 2015 GL1800 Goldwings for the rear brake. The rear brake would stick after you release the pedal, and it would heat up, and in some cases it wore the brakes out. Other cases it actually started fires. So Honda also had a recall on the rear brake. So you want to make sure that that recall was fixed as well. That's the top thing that you should look for on the Honda GL1800 is make sure those recalls were fixed, okay? Number two, the older Goldwings, once they get about 40, 50,000 miles or more on them, you'll notice if you're coming up to a stop sign and decelerating from about 45 down through 35 to 30, you'll get a little bit of a wobble in the steering wheel. That's because Honda did not use the best materials in their steering head bearings. So, if you're going to buy a bike, see if those have been replaced. And if you've already purchased it and you have that problem, what you want to do is have those steering head bearings replaced with a set of all balls steering head bearings. Make sure that they're torqued down to about 19 foot-pounds. If they're over torqued, the bike will not steer and it becomes a bear. Trust me, I know. When I had mine installed, unfortunately I had them installed at a trike conversion shop, and they torqued them down to like 35 or whatever. You couldn't even turn the thing. So if you're having that wobble, put the all balls in there, and that'll get rid of that wobble. And if they're torqued down to 19, it'll be like glass. You're going to love that. So that's number two of the top 10. Number three of the top 10. Check to see if the bike has had its front suspension redone. If it has a Traction Dynamics front end on it, that bike is worth a lot more. The Traction Dynamics front end is superior. It's expensive, but it makes the bike ride like it's on rails. And it is extremely comfortable. So if the bike has had that done, it's worth quite a bit more. Now, if you already have the bike and that has not been done, it's an option I would recommend because the two areas that Honda didn't overspend on are steering head bearings, have those replaced by all balls, but also the front forks. They did not have the best design to them, and the parts were not of the highest quality materials. So I would have those redone. So that's number three. Check to see if the front suspension has been converted and fixed with Traction or Progressive or one of the others. All right, number four. Does the bike have Centromatic wheel balancers? Not something you notice right away, but there are two little discs that'll be on the front wheel, one on the back. Centromatics smooth out the ride, and it makes it just like a magic carpet. Really, it's amazing. What they do is they automatically balance the wheels for you once you're underway. And the other thing that does is it helps with the mileage on the tires. Tires will get 500 to 1,000 more miles running with the Centromatics than they will being unbalanced. All right, number five. There's a thing out there you need to know about. It's called dark siding, okay? What that is some of the guys will put a car tire on the rear of the bike. Now, the car tire is less expensive, but it also runs a lot more miles. They're getting 30 to 40,000 miles out of the car tires. Some even run flat back there. The handling is a little different. there is a difference of opinion depending on who you talk to, but if you hear the term dark side, that's what they're referring to. They're putting a car tire on the rear wheel, okay? Now, there's also what's called double dark siding. Double dark siding, they're taking a rear tire and putting it on the front rim, and they're taking a car tire and putting it on the rear rim. Therefore, you're getting a lot more mileage out of both the front tire and the rear tire. That's referred to as double dark siding. Okay, number 6, the thing that you should know about. The maintenance on a Goldwing is relatively easy when it comes to an oil change or swapping out the battery. There's one panel to take off when you're going to change the battery. It's no big deal. You may think, okay, I might as well just do the air filter while I'm doing this. No. The 6th thing you need to know is that changing an air filter on a Goldwing GL1800 is a big job. It's a couple of hours. A lot of screws, a lot of body parts have to come off of the top of the bike just to get to the air filter to change that. When it was time to have mine done, I had mine done by the Honda shop, but I did change my own oil and I did swap out my own battery. Those are easy. So don't just blindly walk into the maintenance thinking, oh, I'm just going to change the air filter. No, it's a big deal. So you may want to consider having a shop do that. Okay, number 7. When it comes to the fuel for a Goldwing, it is not necessary to run any higher octane than 87. You're not going to get a lot more mileage out of it, and you're not going to get a lot more power out of it, and it runs fine. It was designed to run on 87 octane. So just run 87 and you're going to be fine. Okay, number 8. When it comes to going down the highway, a speedometer on the GL1800 is going to tell you you're going 65 miles an hour, but you're not. You're only going about 61. The Goldwing speedometer reads at least 4, if not 5 miles an hour faster than you're actually going. So that's something to know when you're cruising down the highway if you don't have a lot of miles under your belt on a Goldwing. Also, while you're on the highway, under number 8 of top things to know, other than the speedometer, is the cruise control. If you hit set on the cruise control and let go, the bike is going to decelerate a little bit and then come back if the cables are not adjusted properly. The quick fix to that is hit the set button for your cruise control and immediately hit the resume button right above it. That will keep you right at the speed you just set on the cruise control. Okay, number 9 of the top 10 things you need to know about a Honda Goldwing is the rear shock is fully adjustable. And it's very important to work with that, test it out, and see which setting works best for you. When you're riding solo, you'll have it at one setting, maybe 10 or 12 or whatever, depending on your weight. But then once you add a rider with you, you're going to have to pump that up a little bit, maybe to 12, 14, or 15. So play with that and find out which pressure is best for you when you're riding solo, for you when you're riding with your passenger, and then you may want to even document with a loaded down saddlebags and everything else when you're going on a trip. Document that. So each time you get on the bike, then you can just dial it in. If you're riding solo, passenger, passenger with luggage, etc. But that adjustability with your left hand, it's right above your left knee on those controls. Work with that, find out what's best for your style, and it really, really helps the bike. Otherwise, you might be bottoming out, or you might be riding way too stiff and wondering why it's not a comfortable ride. That's why. All right, number 10. One thing you should check for, you may not know when you're buying the bike, it could already have a trailer hitch on it because it has the removable ball. The trailer hitch itself is tucked up under the rear fender. So get that on the ground and look up there. I was surprised the dealer that I bought my bike from did not know that it had a trailer hitch, but it has the full trailer hitch on there with the wiring already installed. So you might want to take that into consideration of your purchase price, or if you've already bought it and you find that that's there, it might be time to start shopping for a trailer. Okay, so those are the top 10 things that you need to know about the Honda Goldwing. There's a couple bonus things I just want to let you know. Okay, one bonus feature. The bike weighs 900 pounds, but you can easily put it up on the center stand if you know the right technique. It's very, very simple to do once you learn how to do it. So don't be intimidated by the bike. Watch the videos and see how to put it up there. It makes it so easy. Then you can just, change your oil and check your rear tire pressure with ease before you go out on a ride. Okay, a couple more bonus items. If you are over 6'2" and you really don't think the Goldwing might be for you because you're feeling a little cramped, know that they make special seats that are designed specifically for guys that are 6'2" or taller that gives you a little more leg room. So I would look into that option. I wouldn't rule out a Goldwing just because you're feeling a little cramped. Look into that seat option. It's going to be a little more expensive, of course. However, having the Goldwing experience is going to be well worth the cost of the seat that makes you feel comfortable on the bike. All right, and then for our shorter riders, if you're 5'7" to say 5'9", they make these Healy bars, which actually raise the handlebars and put them in a more comfortable position so that you can ride for hours and hours and hours in the proper seating position and not be fatigued at all. Otherwise, you have to lean a little more forward. But if you're, a shorter rider, 5'7" to 5'9", I have them on my bike. I didn't even know they were there until I had some work done at the shop, and the guy says, "Hey, did you know you have Healy bars on here?" I was like, "Is that why it's so comfortable?" It's great because I'm 5'9", so it works great for me. So those are just a couple of bonus items. So that rounds out the top 10 things you need to know if you're going to buy a Honda Goldwing GL1800, or if you've already just bought one. These are some of the things that you may not have known. People are buying Goldwings all the time. They're changing hands, and it's just a fantastic machine. I hope you ride often, ride safe. If you found this top 10 list helpful, I would appreciate it if you would hit like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to check out our Goldwing playlist, there are several videos on there that show you the Goldwings fast, how to change the oil, how to put it on the center stand, how to change the battery out. Check out the playlist on the Goldwing, and I think you'll find some really good information on there. And of course, anytime you have any questions, please feel free to leave any comments down below, and I try to get back to any and all of those. So, all right, guys, it's great talking to you. We'll see you out there on the road. Take care. Thank you for watching D2 Destinations. Please remember to like and subscribe so we can bring you more video. We will see you next time.